Hello everyone, PugoPop here, bringing you a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. Sorry this is a bit late, I haven't actually been wanting to make videos lately. Just been kind of bored with the whole deal. Sorry if you hear traffic in the background, I actually live in the city. But this is a 6 Samurai deck, and as you can notice, there are no tuners, no Kagemusha, or Shien Squire. And in the extra deck, I don't have any Shien or any Exceed monsters. So you're asking yourself, why am I doing this? While I like the concept of 6 Samurais, I like that you can spam the field, give up all your resources just to summon this massive board. But I didn't like I didn't like the concept where you have to give up 2 monsters to bring out 1 monster. No matter how good that monster may be, it just gives me an odd feeling whenever I do it, like a very bad feeling. So the only extra deck monster I run is Stardust, which goes along with Starlight Road, and they're never expecting Starlight Road. Honestly, this card saves me lots of duels, like Mirror Force, no. Raigeki, hell no. Dark Hole, no. Exciton, haha, nice try. It's so good, I love it. So starting off, 3 grand. I'm gonna explain this. This kind of runs like how 6 Samurais used to run before Shien, before Storm of Ragnarok. How they used to spam the field just by their own effects, just by their own power in the main deck. 3 Grandmaster. He's good because you can tribute him off for Mizuho or hand so that you can pop a card. And he's not really a burden, even though he says you can only control one of this card. It just keeps going. 3 Kizan, of course, gotta run the Kizan. Just an easy special summon. 2 Mizuho and 2 Shinai. These guys go together like peanut butter and jelly. There's even like a lore where they're supposed to go together. I don't understand the lore, but yeah. They're meant to go together. Basically, their effects go off of each other. This one says, if you control Shinai, you can special summon this card from your hand. And Shinai says, if you control Mizuho, you can special summon this card from your hand. So you can spam the field with these. And then you can use Mizuho effect, tribute another 6 Samurai to destroy a card on the field. Any card. It's not limited to just monsters like hand. So that's why I like Mizuho. It's your main source of destruction in the deck. As you can see, I don't run any MSTs, any Raigekis, or any Mirror Forces. Just Mizuho just destroys lots. And Shinai says when it's tributed for an effect, select 1 6 Samurai monster in your graveyard and return it to your hand. So you can get back Kizan, but yeah, you also can't add back Shinai. Another thing I have to notice, you can't like spam them like crazy. That would be too broken. So you get Kizan, Grandmaster, Kageki, those are the main ones you want to get, and that's it. 2 Spirit, this is surprisingly good because it gives you that extra 500 boost you need to take on bigger monsters, as well as it gives you another source of draw power. But not like this deck needs it. You have 3 card Ds, 3 Reckless Greeds, and 3 United We Stands, but I'll get to that later. It's just an overall good card, and if the 6 Samurai monster that this card is equipped to would be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead. So 2 Kageki, it just starts off your board. Good 1700 beater, good target for Mizuho to destroy. Zanji, it's just like a mini Catastor, I'd say. One thing you have to note about its effect is that it happens at the end of the damage step. So when this monster would be destroyed during the damage step, and you use its effect to tribute another 6 Samurai, you can't get that effect unless you control another 6 Samurai. So let's say you only have Zanji and Kageki on board. If you attack with Zanji into, let's say, Dante, not saying you would want to do that, but so you hit into Dante, you tribute Kageki, you would not get the effect because you do not control another 6 Samurai monster at the time of activation. So you'd have to control 3 before you even consider using Zanji. And that's why I use the Kizans, Grandmasters, the works. Inishi bounces stuff back. I don't think I have to explain that. Hand of the Six Samurai. It's like another out. Well, it's another form of destruction in the deck, but it's not the main source. I just use it when I have it. 3 card Ds. This is an OTK based deck, and if you don't have the cards to set up, then you're not going to be able to do anything really. So 3 card Ds helps a lot, and even when you're doing good, it's always good to have more support for your stuff. So card D is just great. 1 Shogun Shien. Now this hasn't been played in a while, but I can understand why. Because it's so Six Samurais are to the point where they're so butchered. It's really difficult to get out 2 at the same time. And even if you do, your opponent is still Raigeki, Book of Moon. It's just so many outs to this card. But I think it's a good 2500 beater for what it is. 3 Rhoda, 3 Smoke Signal, standard. United we stand. With the amount of spam you have in this deck, this is like running 3 Ponegrids. Greeds. 3 Reckless Greeds. You draw so much in the deck that missing your next 2 draw phases doesn't really hinder anything. Dark Bribe and Fiendish Chain. These are my only sources of negation in the place of Shien. Dark Bribe, it's fine, but giving my opponent a card can be hassle sometimes. Especially if they have a deck that really accumulates the advantage, and giving them more advantage is just a bad thing. But I only use Dark Bribe when I absolutely need to. Like if they're pulling off a combo that I know they're going to go nutty on, and I just have to flip this over and negate it. Fiendish Chain, 3 of that. Yeah, because it stops attacks. So let's say you could set Fiendish Chain, activate card D, and then next turn when your opponent summons a monster to attack you, bam, Fiendish Chain. And then Starlight Road, I already explained what this card does. This card is magnificent, and just added to the fact that nobody's expecting it, it just makes it that much better. And you get a monster off of it, damn, that's great. Stardust Dragon, you should all know what it does. I don't sink into Stardust Dragon. As you can see, I don't run any tuners. And there's no real way I can steal any tuners from my opponent. So it's just there for Starlight Road to get that extra plus. And that's the deck. The main reason why I don't use an extra deck is because for years and years I've wanted to get the generic rank 4s to make this deck, as competitive as possible. But Konami just wants to keep on push their prices of absolute absurdity and make their rank 4s that are really good short print. And it's just, I don't want to be an activist against that kind of stuff. So we should just start doing this, not buying into their hype. It's really bad for new players of the game that just want to get in and be a competitive beast. Konami has to learn a lesson. But that's it. I also had to have some other stuff that I tried. Black Wings, Dark Worlds, Glad Beasts, and Lightsworn, all not using Extra Deck. Tune in next time and we'll be doing those.